My name is John Revels, and I'd like to show you something. I have two candles here, and no matter what I try to do, if I want to rest them together, I cannot make them one candle. They're still separate. But if I light the candle so that I have a flame, it's easy to unite the two candles with the flame. And even apart, they are still separate but with a flame. And you can see as I put them together, the two flames make a larger flame, and then they can be separate. Why do I show you this? Because as you know, throughout the world in various religions, God is described as a spiritual flame, a spiritual fire. And the real secret of life is that we were all originally born with this spiritual flame, this spiritual fire. And so you can imagine that you have this fire, this flame, and you can unite this with God at any time. And through that unity, through that connection, you get a higher understanding of life, of vision for your life, and guidance. And you can take this vision into the world and express that. But then you can always go back to God and unite in that flame and get more and more and more. So further, you can understand that each person has this spiritual flame within them, but what's important is that they have a unique flame. Everybody has a unique flame, but it represents the different aspects of God's wholeness. From this, you can realize that the main goal of life is to unite our unique flames together that will form a matrix through which God can express His wholeness. So you see that in our flames, in our unique flames, we are like the facets of a diamond. And so it's through the unity of those facets that we create a diamond matrix for God to express His love, His power, His joy in this world. And so we come to a point where we can ask the question, who is God? But no matter what image we give of God, you have to realize that God is always more. But we'd like to show you something that may give you a higher understanding of who God is. Now I'd like to draw your attention to the number 0. And when you think of 0, what comes to mind? 0 is nothing. It's just 0. But let's look at it from a different perspective. On the right side of 0, you can imagine the numbers 1, 2, 3, all the way to infinity. And then on the left side of 0, you can imagine -1, -2, -3 to infinity. And so when you take the sum of all of those numbers together, the result is 0. And so from this we can realize that 0 is the biggest number.
Okay, John said that the sum of all numbers is 0. 0 is the sum of all numbers. 0 is the biggest number. And this is very important if we explore the situation from the perspective of energy. Because what is energy? Energy is particles of negative and positive protons, electrons, protons, antiprotons, matter, antimatter, and so on and so on. And we know that if scientists know that if these particles unite, they can really disappear. It's like all energy can disappear, but we know that energy cannot be destroyed. Energy only can be transformed in another type of energy, in another kind of energy. And what happened here, if we collect all energy together and receive this 0, we can see this like energy were transformed into such a state about which we don't know too much. This is a state of pure energy without any matter. This is like 0, sum of all And I prefer to call this state of energy, this pure state of energy, consciousness. God is consciousness.
So just imagine that you are this consciousness, this one. You are all that is. You are so huge, but it's just you. You are one. There's nobody to share any of your experiences with. So you can imagine maybe you don't like this.
Yes, John. I try to imagine this and I see that yes, I am one. I have huge power because I am sum of all energies, and I cannot even imagine what is this power. Now, I would like to do something in order to receive somebody else, but the problem is that I cannot divide myself on pieces because all pieces will be the same. It will be part of my leg, or just imagine. It's not the case. So I have to do something special in order to receive another person, if it's possible to say, another part of my consciousness with the same power but different in experience. It's like I am child, I am growing, and I will be like my father, but I will be different in my experience. Yeah, it is the way. I have to do something special.
So what if I transfer some of my energy into the light and make it matter, make it a material realm? And then I can prepare this material realm to have the soil where I can plant the seeds of my consciousness, and then they can grow and have experiences. And then through those experiences, they can grow and become like me, and then finally I can receive my son.